News. Hyde Park, the best hood in Upland.
Hyde Park,
Got it locked from Blvd to Venice Ave.
Hyde Park,
So come round here with respect, or you might get a shuriken to your neck, or a roundhouse kick to the face. The ninjas don't play. Stacking the UPEX from all the treasure we're hunting. Dragons keep the properties coming. Newcomers get help and they love it. Giveaways all the time and we love it. UFC and NFL where we rumble. Race track in the hood got constructed. Hyde Park is stunning. If you don't agree, then you can go.
You need to leave.
The best hood in Upland. Yeah.
Hyde Park,
Got it locked from Blvd to Venice Ave.
Hyde Park,
So come round here with respect, or you might get a shuriken to your neck, or a roundhouse kick to the face. The ninjas don't play.
Good morning and afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream for Sunday. Today's kind of a special day. We have our 3rd anniversary in Upland too. So KO, Shaq, Dylan, how are you guys doing?
Doing great, thanks. I'm happy to be here. 3 years.
Yeah, doing great, and we've been snowed in this weekend, so it's been kind of a just chill weekend, staying at the house and being able to watch some football and do some Upland. So it's been good.
Did you guys
How's
get
it
a
your
lot
way?
of snow?
We ended up getting like I say snowed in, and then we ended up getting like 3 or 4 inches, which around here is a blizzard, and all the milk and bread are gone from the stores. I mean, it's chaos out there. So yeah.
We had about 1/4 of an inch and we are snowed in. So,
That is
you never
insane.
know with like the weather forecast and you watch the news and stuff, and it sounds like you're going to get a blizzard, and then nothing happens and you shut down your businesses and it's frustrating. How's the
It
weather
is.
out in San Fran?
It's nice. It is like springtime. We've got clear air and blue skies and sunshine.
Nice.
Um,
Sounds amazing.
yeah, it's really weird to hear that, like you have snow.
Oh, so we got, man, today's a big day. We got a lot of crazy football. I know, KO, you've got a crazy game in your household with Green Bay and Philadelphia. What's your predictions on that game today?
Let's see. The Eagles are the favorite at like close to minus 200. So the Packers are hit and miss, but we haven't had Jordan Love. We didn't have Jordan Love last week and stuff. So they've both teams have been hit and miss. So I am going to stay strong with my Packers today. Taking down the Eagles. I'll probably stick with that. And I have a nice little parlay bet on your Bills today, so I need them to
Oh.
step it up right now.
They didn't start off really well on the defensive side anyways, but it looks like the offense is driving right now. I'm kind of watching out of the corner of my eye. But so I could end up having a heart attack on stream today. Could happen. Oh, it's going to be a stressful day. The Bills should win this, but I don't know. Denver played strong last week. Man, did you by chance see any of the games yesterday?
I did catch, maybe not all of them, but a little bit.
Baltimore is scary. I hate
They
playing against Henry. That guy's a nightmare, and I think he's got to be one of the strongest guys on the field right now in the NFL.
Yep, I agree. Gonna be an interesting day for sure.
Yeah. All right, well, on to Upland news and everything going on there. So, and I think Spar Wars. What's going on with Spar Wars? Or Spark Wars. Spar Wars is what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to say that before stream because you kept saying Spar Wars, and like that's something else that we do.
Yeah.
on a daily basis. It was pretty funny.
So you excited about Spark Wars or?
I'm super excited. I think it's a game changer for Upland. So I think it brings gamification and utility. People keep asking in Upland general chat, like, when is there going to be a reason to own property? When utility? And it's so funny because, I see some people out there saying Sparklet Wars looks dumb. And it's like Upland just can't win because this is amazing. It brings utility for property ownership. It brings the community collaboration that we all love so much. And then it brings map assets that have utility and opens up an entire future of secondary market sales, gamification, and utility for properties as well. And I just think it's huge. And I'm excited to be part of it.
I like that they're doing something, they're throwing some stuff out there to see what works the best. And you really, at the end of the day, you don't know because everybody's different. Everybody appeals to different things. And like you said, everybody's been asking, when is stuff coming? When is stuff coming? And now it's here. And then people are like crapping on it. It's like, cherish it and help make it better for the future, right? Because this is all like entry level. It's all new. We're the first ones here to experience it. So I think about that all the time because I know we're building on a lot of different projects, and you see people talking like, oh my gosh, what are they going to think when we roll out our system? Is it going to be up to everybody's standards? And it's interesting to hear people talk, and sometimes they shoot the stuff down before it's even completely out or before they even understand it fully, really.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it's really special for us to be early enough to get to be like on the ground floor of each of these new implementations. We get to try it out. We get to help refine it. I don't know. I think it's super cool.
Let us know in chat what you guys think too with the Spark Wars. Is it yay or nay? What are your feelings on it? And if it's a nay, why? If it's a yay, why? Give us all the good, give us all the bad.
I thought it was great. It's gonna the economies, the secondary markets with properties. I mean, I think I might. So we got that announcement came out during our stream on Thursday, and so we were reading it on Thursday. As soon as that stream was over, I went and started buying a few properties. I bought an apartment in Tokyo, and I bought a unique structure house, and started kind of buying up the floors there, and because they were expensive. And so the secondary market's gonna go up. The asset sales, and plus it's fun. It got me excited to. I haven't been excited to participate in something in Upland in a little while, including even city releases and stuff. I've done the last few city releases, but but anyway, it was the first thing I was like, oh man, I really want to be in this. So I thought that was a good sign.
Yeah. That's
It's
awesome.
so cool because you could be like on teams and stuff too. And I think it makes it just more exciting, Gets a lot of community involvement and team workmanship. So I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is. And I like that it's permanent. Whatever effort we put into it this time, it carries, into the future, and we just build on our current progress. So, I don't like doing things so much if it's a temporary thing. I like things that are lasting. And so this gives us that chance to start building and grow into the future. So, yeah, I'm super excited about it.
The timing was interesting because we still have all that stuff going on in New Orleans. So I've been building really hard there, and a lot of the same people on the same teams. And so it is interesting. It's hard. I know we talked about this last year on our anniversary stream probably. And, we were waiting early on. I feel like you could be involved in everything all at the same time. It was really easy. And now you kind of have to figure out, how much time do I have, right? Can I do everything, or do I have to kind of isolate? and only do one thing at a time. So it's really hard to divide that time now. And that's a good thing because that means there's more for people to do. And there's different people, so different people like to do different things. So I think it's kind of a cool place that we're at. And it was interesting talking about that, last year. And we knew it was going to come. And, here it is. We're kind of getting to that point now.
Yeah, definitely. I keep saying that I'm going to get more focused, but I find that I still am trying to do everything, and it's getting really harder.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah, I
is.
mean,
My laundry list is growing of things to catch up on lately.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Yeah,
looking forward? Oh, go ahead, Keo.
I was just saying yeah, I've decided I'm probably not going to do the city release next week because I'm low on UPX,
What city release?
and there's a Paris expansion coming next week.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so, but I don't have a lot of UPX on hand. So what I do have, I need, in case I need to buy a pass on the secondary, which I think they're going to be expensive. And then, will I need to buy a property in Tokyo for, strategic reasons and stuff like that. So I was wanting to keep my UPX aside for that. So that was my thing. If I had a bunch of UPX, I would maybe go do the city release, but I do not.
Metaverse Millen is on the Pirates. It looks like he's a pirate.
On the Pirates.
It's like Team Buffett. Jimmy, not Warren. All right, who do we got in the house this morning? I haven't even been looking. The stream kind of disappeared for a second there. It just got overlapped. So we got Lightning Leg in the house. Good to see you. Dopest Crew, James Pyatt. Angry Ursh. Fast Track. Jerishot in the house. Go Bills. We're off to a slow start, 7-3 I seen, but at least Bass made the field goal.
Kohler and
Michael
Laban are in the
Kohler.
house.
Right. Where is... there's Laban. Where is Maui? I thought Laban had a birthday party today. I heard he was hosting a ninja birthday party. Is that true? And is he prepared and qualified to do that? He's going to teach him how to brew beer, isn't he?
You gotta start him young.
The ninja brew.
We do need a nice ninja brew. That would be
Kind of in the
We could-
works. I've been
we
talking
could
to
bring-
some people.
we could bring that to Vegas.
Ooh, how cool would that be? Could you imagine that being packed in our suitcases?
Oh,
We'd have to transport it to Blue Rain. Let's see. Lightning Leg was asking when the passes are out. I think, Shaq, is that the 15th, 17th?
The 15th.
15th.
Yeah, let's see here. So registration, let's see. The pass sale is, we register on the 15th, which is Wednesday. And then the sale begins Thursday the 16th, $5 each, quantity of 600. So you get your pass on the 16th, and then you can burn it. When you burn your pass, then you know what team you're on. And the very next day, which is Friday the 17th, you can start buying the bundles that contain the map assets, the carts, the structure ornaments in random drops. And there's only 500 of those for $13. So the burning window, the window opens Thursday the 16th. So we buy our pass, we register on Wednesday, we buy our pass on Thursday, and we can start burning them. And then the actual war begins on Monday the 20th.
Nice.
And it only lasts
February
for
5th start date would have been great.
what start date?
February 5th.
Is that when the New Orleans is done?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I do plan on participating in this. Also, I thought the prices were actually fair. It's like basically a $5 entry into the game, and then now the assets and stuff are gonna be. It's gonna add up for sure. But I didn't know. Did you guys think the prices were okay, or what would you
I
like to
think
see?
they're okay.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
And then
So,
yeah, I don't want to talk about the behind the scenes plans and there's that it's fun to see stuff already forming between people and groups. So anyway, I don't want to go deep into that, but I do plan on participating. So what about you? What about both of you?
I'm going to do as much as I can.
yeah, I'm definitely participating. I'm going to go in hard, and yeah, I mean, like I've been playing Clash of Clans for the past 10 years, running a Clash of Clans clan. And the thing is like, this is a war in Upland, except you own your assets. You own the property, you own, the map assets, the structure ornaments. And so I've put money into Clash of Clans over the years, quite a bit of it, and I don't own any of it. So to me, it's completely reasonable to spend some money in Upland and we own our assets. Like I really don't have a problem with that at all.
Definitely always feels better when you own it, right?
Yeah.
And then I've never played Clash of Clans. I actually don't play a lot of games, but not those type of games. But when you play that particular game, do you actually know the players? Or are these just like random players and people from all over the place? Because I think one thing that is kind of unique with Upland is you know a lot of the players.
So you can have 50 players in your clan, and some of us have been together for, nearly 10 years. And so you haven't necessarily met in real life, but you get to know people. I have friends in Bangladesh who I consider my friends, and we've been clashing together for years. So it's
How long have you played this game?
about 10 years.
Okay, I didn't even hear of this game until like 3 years ago. One of the ninjas on our team that is helping us develop a lot of the Hyde Park stuff, he's done martial arts with me since he was like 5 years old, and we've known his parents and never took his dad as like a gamey type guy, and he's got like one of the top accounts in Clash of Clans, and I was just dumbfounded when I found out because he'd been playing for 10 plus years, whatever it's been, and I never even heard of it.
Yeah, no, it used to be really big, and I went all in. I had spreadsheets for it and all about strategy and running a really tight ship in my clan, taking wars really seriously.
So do you get
But
to like kick people out and ban them from the teams?
yeah, you can. You can. I try to be nice, but sometimes you have to keep people.
Shaq's out there cracking the whip, banishing them to the Badlands. Oh, check this
So
out. In celebration of the Bills game, I have this, if I can get it on the camera here,
syrup.
Crystal Beach Loganberry syrup. Have you guys ever had Loganberry before?
Yeah.
You have?
I
Where
have
did you
never
find this?
I have never heard of this.
Crystal Beach was a amusement park back in the, I guess, 70s, 80s. And it was in Canada. And there was a product that they made called Loganberry. And it's a really popular product in the Buffalo area. I know I used to have friends in like Rochester and stuff that they couldn't get it there. And I would go to visit and I'd bring them like cases of it. Their parents would love it. But I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a berry type drink. It's kind of good. I don't know how good it is for you. It's got a lot of sugar in it. But when we went to I don't. We were going to watch a game here in Charlotte with the kids. We were going to watch a hockey game for my daughter's college hockey team, and we stopped at this Buffalo place, and I had asked for a drink with this loganberry in it, and they didn't have it. But she said, "I got something better. I've got loganberry syrup," and she made a drink with it, and it was really good. So for Christmas, my daughter went out and got me this loganberry syrup. I don't even know how she scored it or where she scored it from, but it's been really good. So I've been just taking little bits at a time, trying to savor it.
It sounds like you could make a good cocktail with that.
You can, yep.
Yeah.
They actually infuse vodka with it in Buffalo, is what my brother was telling me. But I tasted one of them when I was in Buffalo, and it wasn't too good. But the one that this person made with the real syrup, and they mixed it like to the appropriate like concoction, it was pretty good actually.
Awesome.
Dangerously good.
I have never heard of loganberry.
Next time you are here, Kale, I actually had it when you were here. I didn't even think about it. We were so busy doing stuff.
That's funny.
We did some Shaq Dillon when KO was in the Carolinas here over the holidays. We did some trivia. KO is a trivia whiz.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
It was, to be fair, it was bingo trivia.
Okay, yeah. So let's say it was bingo trivia, and then also I might have had some help from somebody with Google next to me as well. Yeah, it was me. I am terrible at knowing songs and song names, and like, I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but like to come up with the like who sang it or what album or whatever, I am terrible at that. My wife is incredible. It's like she has a Rolodex of every song ever produced in her head, and so I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I recognize all the songs for like genres and genres, and I could never like just pick a name out. Is really rare unless it's a group that I've really watched and listened to like my whole life. And my wife is the same thing. She's got that Rolodex. As soon as she hears the first beat, she's on it.
Yeah, and she knows all the words to the song. It's so annoying. It's actually my thing. We'll be in the car and a lot of times it's not even on purpose. I'm just singing, but it's like the wrong words.
But does it go with the beat? That's okay.
Yeah, in my head it makes sense. That's all that matters, to me. So. Pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm horrible at trivia. I remember that. I think me and Kale met up. We were going over some business stuff, and they had a trivia contest going on, and we were sitting at the little bar there, and they gave us cards for the trivia, and we knew nothing of what was going on. And the two girls that were behind the bar were helping us fill in the cards. It was pretty bad. They just looked at us and they knew we needed help. We were struggling.
It's so funny. The first time that we played Trivial Pursuit when I was growing up, it's like there's these questions and you're just like, wow, really?
Mm-hmm. That was a tough game. I remember when that first came out. Now, what was the series, the first series you played?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it the Genesis? Was it Genesis edition or? I think the first one my parents bought was the Baby Boomer one, which I knew nothing. I was like clueless.
Well, we got it in the 80s,
mm-hmm.
And so it had to be the first edition.
Yeah, I think it was the Genesis edition, and my that was the first one that came out, and then I feel like they came out with like a Baby Boomers edition. So my parents bypassed the first one and just bought that one. And when we played as a family, it was horrifying. I knew nothing off of Baby Boomer.
Yeah, no, really. That's basically been my entire experience with a Trivial Pursuit is nothing.
So looking back, maybe this is why I do not like trivia so much. It was that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's all coming together now.
What's the next season? Frost?
Frost. Yeah. So I
When does the
love
season end?
the 15th.
Of January?
So yeah,
Okay.
Wonderland ends on the 15th, and so the Sparklet Wars go during the downtime
Oh,
between
that's right. That's right.
and then Frost starts on February 1st. And I've got to say, I love the way that Upland, like everything sort of stacks on each other. I'm finding that, like, for example, you go and you buy ornaments, and that checks off, your thing for seasonal earnings, the missions. And then you participate in the ornament contest with the ornaments, and then and like I went and bought properties in Tokyo for the ornament contest. And then next thing you know, we're having Sparklet Wars in Tokyo, and it just feels like they're doing a really great job of making our efforts count on multiple different fronts if you do the stuff that they are suggesting you do. So I really love that about Upland.
See, last Sparklet drop is the 15th also.
Oh, for our, like, the one that's multiplied by our earnings missions?
Yeah, for the earners.
Okay. And
Yep, that'll be the last one there.
did we finish the Sparklet airdrop chapters? Like, is that over, or do we still have another chapter?
Like,
I
as in
lost track.
totem chapters.
No, the Twitter.
No, the Twitter Sparklet airdrop.
Oh, Twitter. Okay.
I don't know how many chapters there were supposed to be. I know I think we only did 2. If I'm not mistaken.
Does anyone in the audience know? Did we finish the Twitter airdrop?
That's a good question.
Good. I don't know what chapter we're on or how many there were going to be.
I kind of lost track of that.
Me too.
What's
So
going on
I
with
was also
totems? Is there any mention of totems?
no.
Not yet.
No,
I'd like to see them like incorporate that into the season somehow. Something, some kind of like challenge with totems. Do something with your totems, and that's a way to get like an item checked off your list to get to the earnings.
Yeah, I imagine that that's coming eventually, but I think totems is a really long game. They were trying to, work together with the Species Foundation and all kinds of things. So I think there's a lot of things that need to happen before they can really implement life in Upland. So I expect it to take a while.
Angry Earth said they never really said how many. It was never announced.
For some reason in my head, I thought 5. I thought they had said 5 chapters, but I could totally be.
Yeah, I thought they did specify. I really thought they did.
So are they just looking for something to test market it? Is that what it is?
For
That's what
the
it sounds like, or
are you talking about totems?
yeah, because you had mentioned something about they were talking to something about species.
Well, Dirk is working with the Species Foundation and the Open Metaverse. I forget OMA 3.
OMA 3. Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get it so that that we can do cross-platform and have the same life form, like a life form that works in Upland could work on other metaverses as well. And so all of these entities need to come together and decide on the life specs that would, and they have to figure out how the same life form would be viable on each of the different types of platforms. So it's a really complex undertaking, and it's something they're working on, but I, for one, do not expect totem, life in Upland to be implemented for a while, because I think that will take some time.
Yeah, it seems like there's so much to work out on that avenue.
Yeah.
That's not like a small undertaking, not a small project. There's too much to it.
Yeah, it's huge.
I think the problem lies where they figured that out after everyone bought totems. I'm sure they knew it was gonna be an undertaking, but it seems to me, I don't know for sure, but it seems to me as if it's taking longer than they expected. Um, when I got into it, I had the feeling like it was gonna take like a year or so. Like they kind of announced it, and then like next year would be the kind of the finale of STEM and stuff like that. Which, but that's just my own personal feelings on it. Like they got into it and they're like, oh crap, this is
A little bit more.
more complicated than what we thought.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know. Because they did say that it was essentially a test run, right? So they gather data as we use our totems with each chapter, and that data gathering is a huge part of its development. And so it may be that they needed to get it going early. And when we grilled them for a time frame on the Epics podcast, they refused to give a time frame, which
kind of is the answer.
Yeah. Sounds like they should have, looking back, and I'm sure they looked at it too, maybe they should have charged a little bit less for totems, being that it was such a test. Because I know a lot of people really weren't happy with the way it was rolled out. Wonder if that would have helped to ease it a little bit. Or maybe go to just a select group.
It's
where it was
interesting.
like a test group or something.
I'm surrounded by people that love totems and have completely loved the totem process. So to me, you're more of an outlier if you have a complaint about totems.
Touchdown.
That's just because of who I'm surrounded with, which is really positive people that have enjoyed figuring out the mechanics and the cracking the totem code and whatnot. So
that probably does make a big difference as to who you're talking to totems about. It's a very polarizing. I do find myself in the middle, honestly. So I'm kind of in the middle.
I'm definitely in the middle too, because I see the future of where they're trying to go with it, and I do like that. I really do. I do feel like they were way expensive for what they were starting out with, but again, they probably didn't realize, starting out that it was going to go as slow, it sounds like, as it was, and that there was that much to it, I guess.
Well, I mean, the other argument is, in 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe was it $55? Maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe depending on how valuable STEM is and what the use case. I think it could be. One thing we did know going into it was a gamble. So I think that
100%.
I think that was clear.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Just you're part of this beta process, so I didn't feel tricked.
Well, I thought the opportunity to, I made a video around that time where I said that this is your chance to be an OG, right? Because when I came in 3 years ago, I felt really like I'd missed out. There were these OGs that had gotten the huge Spark airdrops because they played Spud Wars and whatnot, and we missed that, and we were stuck buying Spark for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I just thought, wow, I wish I would have gotten 10 Spark dropped to me like Ben did.
Yeah.
So they came out with totems, and I'm like, wow, this is our opportunity to participate in a game where we start out with a massive load of STEM when STEM gets launched, and I think that's a huge opportunity.
I agree with you. I do really like that part about it, and it's funny because we talked to a lot of like, I feel like an OG, and then there's like OGs. I feel like there's layers to the OG. You know, I'm starting after being in
Yeah,
here 3 years.
definitely.
I agree with you.
I feel
I
like we're
used
like the mini OGs.
Yeah, no, we are OGs. My thinking on that has really changed because yes, we are, but there are different levels of OG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And I do like being part of that process, and you know, it's been fun.
I think, you know, with how new the metaverse is and this whole realm, I think anybody, you know, here within the first 7 years really is kind of going to be considered an OG, maybe even the first 10 years, because it is so cutting edge and so new.
Yeah.
Metamillan says he's a half OG. So are you the
Dirk?
O or the G? Which one?
Dirk did a really long interview with the Metaverse Street Journal about a year or so ago, where Dirk said that we're going to continue being in beta until 2030 or thereabouts. So, yes, we are still early.
Yeah.
Very early.
Millen says he's the G of the OG.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shaq. I was under the understanding that they would sell STEM.
Yeah, I was too.
For DOS Mustang's question there.
Because it's going to be like similar to like Spark, you would think, just on the other side of the spectrum, right? That was my thought anyways.
Well, and then his second question there, Totem's coming 2040. That's funny, Millen. I don't think I think the totems are actually just test assets. I don't think they're going to sell totems like this again.
Never again. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it was like a test on the functionality of Protem, I guess.
Yeah.
Is how I understood it. So
yeah, so to me, they're unique, you know, one of one assets that are a part of Upland history, and on top of that, they produce free tokens for us. I mean,
yeah,
I think it's amazing.
I feel fortunate I got a bunch of totems and different ones because, you know, we've had 2 seasons of them, or seasons or whatever we want to call them, and I got better from the first one to the second one. I killed them a lot less quickly the second time, so I'm feeling better about the totems, I guess. A little more practice.
Yeah,
Any of them.
They are a lot of work, but it gets easier over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this site. Although I am going to set an alarm next time. So this time I got them on a 9 a.m. I have all browns, so I had it on a 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. schedule.
Nice.
To feed them. I know it, but I did worse than last cycle. When I had like 6 different colors or 4 different colors, whatever, and just because I just kept forgetting. I was trying to get it perfect. So I would look at the clock and I'd be like 7 minutes away, and I'd be like, okay, I'll wait 7 minutes, but then I would get distracted and then forget. And I did that so many times this the last chapter. So this time,
so I did the opposite. I did the opposite. Well, yes, I did. I have all colors, but I realized that the timing does not have to be so precise. So sometimes I would feed hours late, or you just have to get within a window. There's a fairly large window of time where you can feed without a huge penalty. So there is some flexibility in there, but I would definitely set your alarm.
Yeah, I was doing that. I had so many different ones, and then I would do the same thing as KO. As I would have alarms set for certain ones, and then I would get close, and then I'd have to go teach a class, and then I would completely forget about it. And then, you know, I'd get home at the end of the night, and then it was like 12 hours late.
Oh, that's awful. I think that I would be very frustrated with trying to take care of totems if I were trying to also teach martial arts during the day and show up and do live streams. And I mean, because it's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it is.
I'm just glad I did better feeding my kids than I did with my totems. Just- it's like
It's kind of sparks
the egg thing all over again from school. You know, you need to carry the egg around and make sure it didn't get crushed or something happened to it.
Well, with being in here 3 years, would you have done anything different in the game, or would you have has there been a lesson learned or something, a mistake made that you would change or anything like that?
My biggest mistake was going hard in San Francisco on the secondary market right around the time LA was released.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so then with that huge influx of properties in LA, all of the prices everywhere came way down. And I didn't think that the OG city would ever get lower in price. I thought it would go up. And so that was the biggest mistake I made.
That's a tough one. Because I agree with you. It's been tough to watch San Francisco dip as far as it has been. But if the OGs aren't as active anymore, or if those people that originally got those properties are making a profit on them and selling them and dumping the floor, it's hard to blame them, but it has been hard to watch. So
Yeah.
I still think there's value there. Maybe it was inflated for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I expect it will go back up. At some point, these wars are going to end up in San Francisco, and I bet you they're going to have some sort of a building event in San Francisco. It just, everything takes time to come around. But yeah, I jumped in at the top in San Francisco, and I'm riding the bear now.
Do you mind how many do you still own a lot in San Fran, or did you sell out of there? Or?
No, I still own hundreds. I don't remember the number, but
Gotcha.
So what I have been doing is spending USD on the secondary to try to bring my mint price and paid price closer together. And because my earnings were terrible for the amount of money I had spent in Upland, my earnings were pathetic. So I've spent the last couple of years trying to, bring some balance there.
Yeah, that and essentially you're kind of DCAing into San Francisco to kind of get your dollar cost average down. And
well, I buy in San Francisco. Well, if I see a good deal, I'll buy in San Francisco, or if I want a large property for a factory, I'll buy it. But I mean, I'm going around the rest of Upland now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Picking up incredible deals to try to fix my portfolio. Damage control.
I understand now. Well, I think we all started that way. I mean, I think I still have my first property I bought in Upland. Maybe not. It's in Nashville. Paid like 4x for a worthless little property.
Yeah.
The common story. So.
Yeah.
I think mine are in Cleveland. I got dropped in Cleveland, and I just saw collections, and I had to find some stuff on the same street, so I bought a bunch of crap in Cleveland. It seemed like gold at the time, but then a couple weeks later, a little bit more educated, and I was like, man, I got screwed on those properties.
Yeah. Oh, so I only have 93 properties left in San Francisco.
Okay.
So it used
That's
to
still,
be a couple. So
I
I've
think
pared it.
that could still be good.
Yeah.
I mean, long term.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I think I've honed in my city release strategy a lot better. I think I went way too much, way too big in a lot of initial city releases. And then I kind of have learned if I do good, I consider a good city release now to come out with um, almost a break even. So I try to accumulate properties, flip some. Because if I can make 3x on a property, if I can flip it, it would have taken like 9 years or something like that to get back in the earnings of the property. So
Mm.
to me, if I feel like if I can just have some to keep, to build the portfolio, flip some to kind of get out of the city release almost at a break even. I've been able to do that the last 2 city releases, and then on the ones before that, at least come close to doing that. That's my preferred strategy now, and that could change. But in the beginning, it was like, shotgun. I'm just gonna blow all the up picks. I'm gonna try to get 2 or 3 in every single neighborhood, and but yeah. So anyway, I've kind of narrowed in my strategy. What about you guys?
Yeah, I've been kind of the same because I think my first release, the first city release, I believe was Detroit. And I just went absolutely crazy in there and bought a ton of stuff. I was buying everything. And then the second one, I think, was LA. I think it was LA right after that. And the same thing, I went crazy in LA, and I've got a lot of property in LA. And then at the same time, I think it was like right after LA opened, I started to get a little bit more into the treasure hunting. So I really didn't understand it at first. And I started doing the treasure hunting in LA, and that was the reason I bought so many properties in LA, was to make this amazing, map. I wanted a really good map for treasure hunting. So I started doing treasure hunting in LA, and that is the worst place to treasure hunt in because it's so big. You'd get down into these little nooks in the far south and you could never find it. And so I quickly moved over to San Fran, and San Fran was a little bit more expensive at that time. So I started, buying the floor cash and spreading out into different areas to make the treasure map work. And so I love treasure hunting in San Fran because of that. Because even with a few properties, I was getting hunts done in like, man, a quarter of the time of what it was taking in LA with all the properties. So I do like the San Fran area so much because of that. But after that, the LA, because we had LA was actually brought out in two different sections. I think it was the north and then the south, or vice versa. It was two different sets. And I went crazy in those two areas, Detroit and LA, starting out. So I felt like I learned a lot of good lessons from that. And where I would blow all of my UPICs, almost 100% to get as many properties as I could. And then, looking, I forget I can't remember which one was after LA, maybe Vegas or something. I only spent about half of my UPICs on the next one. And I tried to, sell quickly some of the stuff that I had purchased. And then I saved some UPICs for after the releases of the collections to go back and buy. And I felt like that strategy worked. And now, looking to now, there's been quite a few city openings that I've missed completely, where I've either bought in passes and picked up the props from the passes, or I just didn't go at all and bought on secondary. So,
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
oh, we've got the racing crew is in the house. Thank you for joining. We got Picasso and Almost Human. They must have been out still partying from that Friday victory. I got to tell you, Picasso, man, he tore it up on Friday. He just crushed it. Scorpio King had a nice run too. The first match of the preliminaries in that race for Jerishad's team. So great job to all the racers this week. It was a good event. Almost Human did a really good job. And then also Picasso just lit it up from start to finish.
Yeah, great job, Picasso. The Toss Shack sponsored him, and he
Oh,
made
that's
us
right.
proud. Very proud. Good job, Picasso.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I got to I went and tuned in and watched the race afterwards. I couldn't make it live, but there was a big crash that happened, and I mean, uh, it was like I think it was like on the third lap too, and Picasso was able to zip around and
Yep.
get the win. It's getting fun to watch. It's not the greatest graphics or the newest new technology or anything, but it's really fun to watch. And now there is a ton of skill involved. I was thinking about this. I wonder what you guys would think. I want to see a race season that um, anything goes. So you can use as many power ups as you want. You can like use any car you want, and then you could put out the different tracks. Because like your strategy would be different for each track, probably. Like what power ups you're using. So I thought it would just be fun to do like an anything goes race season.
That's an
That would
interesting
be.
point you bring up because I watched the replay of the race on Friday, and I believe if it was the first race, second race, or both of them, I think Picasso didn't even use all of his boosts, and he was
Hmm.
still way ahead of everybody. So, are some of those boosts actually a distraction coming into the corners where they mess you up more than it's worth to just be consistent?
Well, but you would use the legit for like traction.
Hmm.
There, like so you would like use those for your maybe you would load up your car with those, in the anything goes tournament.
Lightning Leg's got a good idea. We should just do it on our stream.
Let's plan for that. We could put some together, and then also want to make sure that the power ups are working.
That's
Because
true.
last time I tried it, it wasn't working.
That
They
is
were
true.
working yesterday.
They were.
Yeah, I mean,
It
as
was
far as I know, I burned them anyway. How do you know if they're working or not?
so I went. We did a race on live stream and with power ups, and none of the power ups that anybody selected showed up. This was maybe 2 weeks ago, or
Well, so are they supposed to show up?
so if you put in extra boosts. So in the past, I had used a power up for a boost, and instead of it saying 3, it said that I had 4. So I went in and I put in 3 boosts. So I wanted 6 boosts instead of 3, and they never showed up.
So, like you mean on the team, like on the screen before the race starts, where it shows underneath your name?
Mhm.
Is that what you mean? Because once the race starts, like you don't get to choose your power ups during the race, right? They just automatically are taking effect.
So the extra boosts, you should be able to select when you use your extra boosts,
Hmm.
which is the ones I was trying to use, and they would not show up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm actually
Yeah, we'll have
testing
to.
one right now.
Oh, cool. Are you racing right now?
I'm just pulling up I'm trying to see if I can do the power ups.
Almost Human was saying North Trenton is the newest hotspot. That place is like the Bermuda Triangle. I had to travel to Trenton. Oh my God. It took me like 3 days. Honest to God, I think I just finally got back to LA. But like I went to like one airport and then I had to go to a train station. Then I had to do a bus or something. And somehow I ended up in Washington twice. I was supposed to be in Fredericksville. That was
Just go to
the
Queens.
most confusing.
Just go to Queens, and then you can take the train to what's it called?
Trenton,
Yeah, Trenton.
is that the easiest way? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I went via, I guess, Washington and then Washington to Frederick, Frederick or whatever it is, and then over to Trenton. It was craziness. I felt like I was
Did you
going
do
in
the road
circles.
trip? Did you guys do the road trip?
Hell no. Oh my God.
I
Doing that thing was like watching paint dry.
I did
I
the
did
road
not.
trip. Oh my gosh.
Was it rough?
Yeah, it was really rough. You had, you drive for like an hour and then you charge for an hour and then you drive for another hour, charge for another hour or 2 hours even sometimes. I made it to Vegas. My time was horrible. And then I had to get my car back to Queens. And it takes forever. I do not want to ever drive cross country again unless it's a race that I think I can win.
So it's like driving a Tesla, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I drove my
Sure.
first Tesla.
Yeah, I was in the car with you when you drove your first Tesla. I was hanging on to the. I didn't know what the heck was going to happen.
We had taken a trip, just a short trip to Hilton Head after the comic book signing and everything right after Christmas. And they didn't have the car that I had rented. So they upgraded or whatever to a Tesla. I was like, all right, that's fine. So you have to stop and charge it, which was a pain because it's like an hour, that you have to wait for it to charge and stuff, which isn't the most convenient thing when you're traveling and just want to get to your destination. And I got to say that car has got unbelievable pickup. I mean, you hit the gas and the thing is gone. I couldn't believe it. It was like a toy for a couple of days, but the charging part just drove me absolutely crazy. Because then you got to make a stop in between, and
yeah, that's what drives me crazy on the road trip too.
Now, do you have a Tesla or electric vehicle, Shaq?
No, I don't. I have a Camaro, like old
that's cool.
muscle car, and
like a Z28 or
no, it's just a Camaro, but it handles very nicely, and I love it. I'm kind of scared of these electric cars. We had a family burn to death on just a few streets away from us. It's like they hit a tree or something. Ooh. And it messed up the electrical system.
Oh, wow.
And the car got on fire, but the locks wouldn't unlock. And so they were trapped in the car.
Oh my gosh.
Because the electrical system got killed, right? And if your car is 100% electronic and something goes wrong with the electronics, you're like screwed. So this family of 4 with 2 little kids burned to death in their car. And
that is
crazy.
A terrible story. So they can't manually open the door from the inside?
Not if the electronics shut it down.
Oof. Wow. That's insane. I wouldn't even want to get in an accident with that car because in the front of the car, it's got a frunk. So it's got a trunk and a frunk because there's no engine up there or whatever. And my sports car I have has a frunk. So there's, the engine's in the back and then the trunk is in the front. But the Tesla's got a trunk in the front and in the back. And it's not even waterproof. So we figured this out on our trip. I had put my whole duffel bag in the frunk, thinking, save a little bit of space because everybody else had 90 suitcases. And we got to our destination. It had poured rain the whole trip. My clothes were soaked. I was so irritated.
Oh, that's terrible.
So luckily we had a washer and dryer. I just threw all my stuff in the washer and dryer for the trip and dried it out. But yeah, that was a little bit frustrating so a car that's supposed to be built to, good specs, I guess, and it's not even a waterproof trunk. That was kind of crazy. And then we had a fire right across the street from our academy like 2 years ago, and house burned down, and the people made it out safe, I think, except for the pet. I think the pet maybe didn't make it out. And I just found out the other day that was actually from a Tesla battery caught on fire in the garage. And that was what started the fire. I had no idea until the other day. That was a massive fire over by us.
Oh, wow.
So
I
there's a
wonder
lot
if
of that
that's,
safety stuff that I think
yeah,
everybody's not sure about yet.
yeah. We have someone in our neighborhood that bought one of those Tesla Cybertrucks,
Mm-hmm.
and
Ugliest vehicle ever.
they never, yeah, it's really ugly. They never park it in their garage, and maybe that's why they're afraid it's going to ignite.
Or maybe it doesn't fit. The thing's as big as a damn boat.
It is. It's huge. But one of the things, like, you actually have to switch off something in the Tesla truck before you can wash it.
Really?
Yeah, and you can, like, hurt the electronics if you forget to switch this switch before you go through a car wash. And that's just all a little, like, too
Interesting.
much.
Well, I did see a button on the console because it's got like a whole computer in the car, and there was something that said car wash. So it must be a
That,
button you have to click on. You know, I didn't even think about that. I'm glad I didn't get that darn thing washed. That's crazy.
so, yeah. Yeah, so I'm not quite there yet with electric cars. And I don't like the way they're silent. Like, you're out walking your dog and
Mm-hmm.
car
It is
appears
kind of
and
creepy.
You
it's
can't tell if they're on or off.
creepy.
There was like no key to open them. It was like a fob you put against the camera or whatever. It was hard to open and close the car, I thought. It took me, when I got out of the rental place, it took me like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to like start the thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's confusing.
I guess over
And
time
it's,
they'll get better, but I'll stick with my gas type for right now.
yeah, it's so weird when we're walking the dog at night. If we walk by a Tesla that's parked, like, the whole thing like comes to life, and a big screen inside the car comes on, and it flashes at you and says stuff to you.
What was that movie
It's
back in the 80s where the electronics and the cars come to life? It had the truck with the big mask, the green mask on it. Do you remember
Cars.
that?
Talking about Cars, the Disney, like Disney,
Oh, no,
Pixar
no,
stuff.
no. This was way. This is, I think, back in the
Oh,
80s, maybe 90s.
you mean like Knight Rider?
No, it was,
No.
Knight Rider was pretty cool, actually. But it was a truck, and I just remember the truck had almost like a Joker's mask on the front. I can't remember the name of the movie. Somebody in the chat's got to know this movie.
Stephen King, like a horror movie.
It could have been. No, it wasn't Metaboots. I want to say Sharky's Machine, but it wasn't that. I just can't remember. To come to me. I'll remember it for next Sunday.
I haven't heard of any of those movies you just or
Sharky's
shows.
Machine, you never heard of?
That was in the 80s.
Yeah, there were two movies I watched when I was, I think, too young. I wasn't supposed to watch them because I think they were rated R. One was, I think, Sharky's Machine, and one was Blue Lagoon.
The one you're talking about is Maximum Overdrive
That's
by
it.
Stephen King.
Maximum Overdrive. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, and like all the vehicles and all the machines kind of took over everything. Had a mind of their own.
Okay. I never saw that. I never heard of that.
It's an old one. We're dating ourselves. Nobody in chat has even heard of this.
Sleep now.
KO, have you heard of Knight Rider?
I mean, heard of it? Yeah. I have no idea what it is.
Oh God,
With
that was
David
yeah, it was a great show. It was about a car that like did everything. He was cool. He had bombs and he could do all kinds of stuff. He was a badass.
Huh.
He was a Z28, wasn't he? Shaq.
I don't know what kind it was. I always thought it was its own car, but let's find out.
Almost Human, likes Blue Lagoon.
Oh,
Let's see.
It was a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Ah, okay. And it was one of those type of cars anyways, the body style. That was
Yeah.
around the time the IROC Z came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I had a friend of a friend that had an IROC Z when they first came out. It was a pretty
Oh,
cool little car.
cool.
And they made fun of all the Italian people that had them for quite a few years. So
So back to
yeah, we got off topic there. Sorry.
do you have a prized or a top 3 like prized? Let's go with property. Do you have like a prized like your favorite property? It could be your most valuable or sentimental property. Do you guys have one?
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, the one that I'm most sentimental about is the one that I bought first, which is in Oakland, and I paid like 10x thinking that it was FSA, but it wasn't FSA. It was FSA on secondary. And it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a piece of crap, but it's special because it was my first property. So I just started one of the unique structures on it that we can only build here during Wonderland. It's the cozy cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it pretty colors, like, I don't know, pink and yellow and blue or something. And it may be my worst property that I own, but it's the most sentimental.
Trying to think if I have a favorite one. I've got my most memorable one was the one that I built my first house on, and it was backwards in Hyde Park.
that was a good one.
That was. I think we actually gave that one away as a prize too at some point. I believe.
I think Maui's got it.
Is it Maui? Yeah, I thought we gave that away on one of our first giveaways. Actually, I guess that long property I have on Hyde Park Boulevard in Southwest, somewhere over there. It's got the charity playground set that I bought.
Oh, nice.
And it's also got what else is on there? Oh, I ended up putting what did I put on that property? That's my football shop. I have an NFLPA shop on that particular property too now. So, but that's one of my favorite properties. I have to do something really cool with that one because it was just an odd shaped property and it was really long, and I really wanted to build like a ninja obstacle course on it, and it just never matriculated. So maybe one day I'll do something really extra cool with it.
Cool. What about you, KO?
Oh man, did Granada Hills caught on fire last night?
Oh, it did?
That was Granada Hills is way north, isn't it? I didn't realize that the fires got up that far.
The fires are massive. Just massive territory.
Oh, that's sad.
It's absolutely horrendous.
And Wolf Warner in the house. What's going on?
Hey, Wolf. Good to see you.
Hope you do well on your bets today, Wolf. Sure, he's got some out there. The playoffs going on.
Sorry. I have one super special property. I just remembered, but in Tokyo, I won the decorating contest, and so it's considered a model home, and it has a little eyeball over it on the map now, so that you can go look at it. So that one actually is, I guess, my most special property.
Nice.
So that's the whole reason I wanted to do that, is because of that marked property, which is so cool. I'm so glad you got that, because you guys crushed the competition. I'm glad I realized about a few days in that there was no way I was going to be able to compete with you guys, and but yeah, that's the whole reason why I wanted to do that. So that was super cool.
Yeah, it's an expensive competition, right? To buy up all those map assets is, I kind of wish we got more than an eyeball on the map, badge, but very expensive to compete.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, so well, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Mine is the one that always stands out to me is I have a property in Bel Air, and this was the last crypto bull run, crypto profits, and I bought UpX. I bought straight UpX. I didn't know better yet because I was just getting in the game, and but I had sold a lot of properties anyway. It was my first property. Actually, I think to this day it's still my only property that's over $1 million UpX. It's like 1.2 or something like that, and
Wow.
it it like 4x'd my earnings for the month just getting that property alone, and I got it into the collection, and so that property kind of like spawned my journey. It kind of like really kicked off my Upland journey. So that one was, and I mean, I felt crazy minting $1 million property, $1 million UpX property. Like I felt, because that was right when we started, and I was just like, what the heck am I doing? And then I minted it, and all the UpX was gone, and I was like, oh God,
Yeah.
what did should I have done that for this blue square?
Right. Right.
I did the same thing in Bel Air, and then in order to get the collection, you needed 2 more, I ended up buying 2 small ones in Bel Air to get my collection because I think my biggest property is well over $1 million in there. And I love that property because it's the same thing. The earnings were just insane. And then I
Yeah.
picked up 2 really small ones just so I can get the collection to get the boosted income. And then I slowly went back and bought better ones and better ones. And I tried to sell off some of the lower, the smaller ones.
Yeah, it would take a lot for me to sell that. I actually have not built it up yet. So I need to put something
You
on
don't
it.
have a build on it yet?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I haven't built up the Bel Air props yet.
I've got, I think 2 of them. I think I've got 2 with structures. One's got one of those big giant houses, the L-shaped things with the garages, and then I think the other ones have. I think I've got 2 with small or large townhouses.
Nice. Do you have a favorite car? What's your favorite car that you have acquired?
My S1R or SR1 or however it's called. My black mint number 8 fast sports car.
I thought, don't you have the FIFA truck or something?
Yeah, I got a FIFA truck, and I've got a cool aqua turquoise semi truck. Those 3 are my prize possessions.
Nice.
If I had to pick a favorite one, probably my stock car competition.
Yeah, that's a good
Those
one.
are so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. Oh my gosh. Swedish Mogul had me do some of his races for him, and he swapped me, his stock car so that I could do the stock car races, and I had never driven one before.
Mm.
Oh, what a disaster. Terrible. It was skidding all over the place and crashing into everything, and I'd be like, sorry.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's definitely a big difference in the speed of that car compared to some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I'd say now, I was able to trade and get a TR.
Oh, that's my favorite truck.
So that one, it's a mint number 9. That's a 2023. But yeah, that one is pretty sweet. The first car I ever got was the 2022 blue Series 1, just a S1.
Okay.
So that one's got, and I still have it. I haven't sold it. And it looks sharp. It was like the first car I ever got. So that one, I do like that one too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, do you have any favorite asset? But we've got so many now. I don't know if I could
Yeah, there's so many.
narrow down a favorite one, unless
There's a
you have
lot
a
of
favorite
really
one.
cool ones out there. It's hard to choose one.
I'm loving the little aliens that Picasso is producing right now.
Clive is
'Cause-
pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got my Shack Attack Speedway, which goes by E.T. Park, where the movie E.T. was filmed. And
Mhm.
so I'm decorating it with a space theme. And so I'm buying his little aliens and sticking them on the track, and I just love that.
That's cool. What's the name of his shop?
Benny the
Pack,
Builder.
Pack Corp.
Is that in Kansas City? Or is that in Trenton?
Trenton.
Trenton. Yeah, that's right, because that's where I picked up my Clive.
Okay, yeah, Trenton.
I have
Oh man,
them
I'm gonna
in.
be. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very excited.
I tried to buy all of your #1 candy cane ninjas also.
I saw that.
I think I got most of them.
What was your favorite of the different assets? I think my favorite of the ninja ones has got to be the Samurai Santa. Actually turned out pretty amazing of all the ninja ones.
Oh, well, I love the pink candy cane ninja, and I love the bright colors of all of that series. But some of the ones that I think look really sharp are the ones, well, like the training gym
Mm-hmm.
mat, because you can see your big logo,
Yeah.
and that really stands out and looks sharp.
Yeah, the
And I
Hyde
love
Park ring, that did turn out pretty good.
the logo on the back of the outfits for your ninjas
Mhm.
are really cool too. The bags are cool. I mean, it's just all so cool. You can't choose.
I'd say you've been crushing the structure ornament market,
I
right?
work. Oh yeah. Well, do you mean in creating or in buying? Because I'm a consumer and
Both.
The ones that you and you've been collaborating and putting out, those have been.
yeah. Thank you. The
Yeah,
Toss Shack. Yeah. I love the stuff that we make, and we have the planets on the top. Like for Wonderland, we did the planets, and those I'm putting on Speedway. Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, those are super cool.
Do you have a favorite one that you've done, or one that's like kind of close to your heart?
I'm showing Human my shirt. It says Hyde Park.
Hyde Park.
Mint
number 2.
My favorite, gosh. Oh, I don't know. I not really, because they're all so awesome. The ninjas. I mean, sorry, the pirates. The pirate theme and the gothic theme,
Mm-hmm.
and the planets. Oh, and the dragon. The dragon series. Like, I don't know. They're like so cool. I love them all.
Speaking of dragons, I just thought about this. Hold on a second. I know I've got this somewhere. I've been looking at this item for the house, and this could be a great way to start slaying the day every day.
Slaying the day every day.
Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Hold on. That's Travis Kelce. Go Bills. Mac Hollins. Did you see Mac Hollins come to the stadium today? That's how he was dressed.
Oh, that's funny.
That guy is a hoot. right, that's not what I was looking for though. Hold on. Check out this bedspread.
Oh, wow.
How could you not sleep in that and not slay the day every day?
Wow, I love that. That is so cool.
They had a
That's
really
hilarious.
cool, there was another one just like this, the same kind of format, but it was like purple and white, and it looked really cool.
How much does
Like
that
it-
cost?
I can't
That's
remember.
good.
I'm not sure. I got to look into that and see, because I thought it was a really cool piece. It caught my eye, and I was like, oh man, how could you not slay the day sleeping in that bed?
It might be a little too intense for me.
It
I
is pretty
mean,
intense. That the white and
it's
purple
like-
one, I wish I had a picture of it. It was a little more like tapered back.
Did you see
like-
that they have a fire dragon one?
What do they have?
It's like fire dragon. It's,
Oh, I didn't
it's
see
like,
that.
yeah. Anyway, that's super cool. I like that one.
I feel like there's immense pressure to wake up and like be amazing every day after getting out of a bed like that. Like I like to chill every once in a while, you know, but you can't sleep in a bed like that and wake up and chill. You got to wake up and start, you know, battles and wars.
I feel like it could kick you right out of bed, and you know, maybe they could make one where the dragon like shoots fire instead of an alarm clock. It like shoots fire and gets you going for the day.
Oh, that's funny.
I'd
Well,
like to know if you found that one, because the quality looks better than what I'm finding online.
It does look really nice. The purple and white one looked really sweet too. I'll have to find that and send it to you. I can't
Okay.
remember what the price was on it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Well, let's do 2 giveaways. And it also is halftime there, SC, so it might be a good time to, if you wanted to go watch the second half of your ball game.
Yeah, they're in the halftime right now. It's 10-7. Denver missed a field goal at the end of the half there, which was amazing. Buffalo better wake up. If they play like this against Baltimore, it's not going to be a good day. Baltimore is that team's scary right now.
Agreed.
Have the dragon spit you out. Spit you right out of bed.
All right. We need a hashtag real quick.
Hashtag slay the dragon. Or slay the day.
That's a long hashtag. Hashtag dragon. Let's go
Okay.
something easy.
All right. Hashtag dragon. What are we giving away? Actually,
We
someone
haven't
wanted to give
determined-
something away too.
I'll give away a Medusa coin.
Ooh,
Ooh, nice.
Medusa.
All right, now the first one that we'll do is actually our holiday contest. Our started out as 1 week long, turned into 4 week long holiday contest. There's actually only 4 contestants in this one.
Really?
Swarley, Picasso, Jimmy, and Shaq. However, they all Swarley, Picasso, and Jimmy. Oh, their totals do not even catch Shaq's total of entries. So they're close though. So it's kind of, we'll see who wins. We are gonna. That was a big one, and these people have purchased lots of assets from us. So this is gonna be a 20,000 UPX giveaway for that one. And then we'll do some assets for our other giveaway here.
All right. So we had the 20,000, and what was the other prize? Did we have an asset on that one, I believe, as well?
Not on that one.
Okay,
We're just gonna do the 20,000 epics.
perfect. Right, and we've got frost season coming up, so all of our Christmas assets will get bonuses during frost season as well. So any
Nice.
Santa Samurais and Candy Cane Ninjas.
Ryan Marsden, new name there. Glad to have you. What's your in-game name?
I think Lightning Leg wanted to give out something too.
Yes, he did.
Donald Sawyer. They're new too. Who's Donald Sawyer? Ramon 222. I see Will Gill is in the house today too. Digging the Medusa coin. Almost Human, if you go to HydeParkNinjas.com, you can pick up one of those shirts for yourself.
And a hoodie and a comic.
We have coffee too. Get some Ninjava brew. Wake up like a ninja every day and slay the day. That's what we need. We need a Hyde Park slay the day comforter. Almost Human is going to be giving away a cart as well today.
So Maui, the Boyd Dern sponsored those giveaways, and he agreed to do it through December.
That's correct.
So I don't think there's a Spark Train giveaway this week until we get something else situated for that. Okie dokie.
All right, KO, if you are doing the spin wheel, what we'll have to do here is we'll spin it, kick you out, and then bring you back because you're going to turn into Robo Keith, I know. So just trying to be proactive.
Well, do you want to do both wheels back to back?
We could do that. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
All right.
So, all right. So the plan is we'll do the Hyde Park holiday giveaway first for 20,000 epics.
Okay.
And then I'll switch over and let's get a list of what we're doing. We got the Medusa coin.
We have the Medusa coin, the cart from Almost Human,
Lightning leg or
and then Lightning Leg. I'm not sure what he was giving away. A cart and a structure ornament, he said.
so 2 carts and a structure ornament.
Okay. So
All right, that's awesome. So let's do a cart from Lightning Leg, followed by the structure ornament, followed by the second cart from Almost Human,
Okay.
and then the Medusa coin.
And Medusa. Okay. All right, I'll throw a Samurai Santa in there as well with frost season coming up.
Samurai Santa.
And I'll put one Candy Cane Ninja in there somewhere too. And I think, Jerishad, you want a Candy Cane Ninja. I'll get that out to you today. I believe you chose blue.
All right, well, okay. Once I jump over there, it's all up to
Sayonara.
you.
Okay. All right. So we have the cart, the structure ornament, the cart, Medusa, Samurai Santa, and the Candy Cane Ninja. All right. Which one are you doing first? Which wheel?
The holiday challenge.
Holiday? Okay. And that'd be a 1 spin?
Yep.
All right. I'm guessing you're sharing because you're already robotic. So here we go. There it is. Look at that ninja go. All right, so this first one is for the holiday giveaway. All right, Kale, when you're ready, you can spin away. God, that sounds weird. Shaq the winner. Congrats.
Hey, thank you. That's exciting.
Right, 20K UPX. Right. All right, so let's see the next wheel here. The first prize is going to be for the cart from Lightning Leg. And who's it going to be? Jerishad. Yep. All right, so the next one is going to be for the structure ornament, and we apologize in advance for all the robotic spinning. Who's it going to be? Swirly or Picasso? Picasso. All right, Picasso's got the structure ornament. All right, next one's going to be the cart from Almost Human. And just bypassing Swirly, Laban. All right, next is going to be the Medusa coin from Shaq. And looks like it's going to Cesar. Congrats. All right, next is going to be the Santa Samurai. And right on the dot, Docus Crew. All right, and the final spin is going to be for the Candy Cane Ninja, and you will choose the color. Oh, is it going to be Swirly? Swirly, no way. All right, so that's all the spin wheel giveaways. And Kale, we're going to kick you out of here, and then we'll bring you back. There we go. Let him log back in. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. Ever since that holiday break.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
There we go. That sounds a lot better.
All right.
All right. All right, I got the list of giveaways. So just a quick run back. So the holiday winner was Shaq with 20K UPX. Congrats. We had Jerishad winning the cart from Lightning Leg. Picasso winning the structure ornament, and that was from Lightning Leg. Laban won the cart from Almost Human. Cassostra won the Medusa coin from Shaq. Dopus Crew winning the Santa Samurai. And then Swirly winning the Candy Cane Ninjas. So just let me know which color you would like, and I'll put that up for you in my showroom. And that is all the giveaways. So keep in mind all of the Samurai Santas and all of the Ninja assets can be used in any of the contests that we run for the most part. But there'll be, for Frost season, there'll be just a little bit of boosted points for the Candy Cane Ninjas and also for the Samurai Santas.
Sweet.
Almost Human wants to keep going for another hour. And he said he's going to give away a card every 10 minutes.
Oh gosh.
He didn't say that. I'm just kidding.
Oh
All
man,
right, Buffalo got another field goal. Sweet.
looking better.
Yeah. Better play a lot better next week. So hoping they're saving something. All right.
Well, it's been a good 3 years, and I plan on seeing everybody around for the next 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to Vegas already. We've got 4 or 5 months, I guess. 5.5, 4.5, something like that.
Oh my gosh. You know, they're probably going to start selling tickets in like a month or so.
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
What are you looking forward to the most this year at Vegas?
I think just seeing everyone and just the vibe. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, same thing, catching up with, all the people that we know, meeting some new people that we've had on stream over the year. It's always great to meet people, in person that we get to see and stream, consistently. So super excited about that. And, we're just behind the scenes, we're working on a lot of stuff. We're working really hard to bring some new stuff to Vegas. And we got some pretty big goals of things to bring with us. So hopefully everything can come to fruition, and we get to bring a lot of cool stuff to share with the community.
Well, that's exciting. You guys had a great display last year.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed. That was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's turned into this like group of friends, and so it's more than just a convention. It's getting to catch up with your friends, and it's funny. And a lot of things we're like competing against each other, but we've all got each other's backs. I feel like the community is very supportive of each other in their endeavors, and they want to support as much as possible. I will say it's getting tougher to support everyone. Like, not I don't mean it that way. I mean like almost like financially. I want to buy everybody's structural ornaments that they're making, and man, you can't if there's not enough money. I need more money. It's getting tough to really be invested or in everything. But the vibe I got from everybody in Vegas is so supportive, and they're just pulling for you, and so that's pretty cool to see.
Well, that was the thing that, it was going to Vegas that first year that was a complete reality shift, game changer for me, because when we first started Upland 3 years ago, there were a lot of factions. Each group had their node, and they were kind of really kind of competitive, and it was all about their node. But when you go to Vegas and you meet everyone and you realize like we're all in this together, and to me that's the feeling in Vegas, is regardless of what node you're in or what project you're working on, there's something about being there together where we're all Uplanders first. And I think, so everyone lifts each other up, and it's a really fantastic, positive, wonderful thing to experience. So if you haven't come to Vegas yet, try to make plans to come this year. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was a really good time both of the years that we went. I'm glad we went. And I think the first year we were involved in Upland, and we were playing this game, our spouses would listen to us have conversations, and they're thinking we're nuts. And like, my wife was fixated on me and KO are the only two playing this game. We're not really other people in this metaverse thing, and
Uh, my
so
wife still thinks the same thing. By the way, she still thinks I'm
well, she hasn't
crazy.
been to Vegas yet. My wife did go to Vegas the first year, and she got to experience and actually meet people, so she knows that they're not, not that they're real, I guess. So I can't speak for KO's wife, but
Oh man. Yeah, well, hey, a quick shout out. Sorry, Swarley, I should have done this earlier, but I did want to shout out the voting for the Queens Ridge ornaments. That ends today, so you do need to get your vote in today for that. I put a link up in our dojo main chat. So if you're in our Discord, you can jump into there and vote. So that would definitely be important. For everyone to do. So go jump in there and do that and support your fellow Uplanders. And that I'm sure they would appreciate that.
what I got two questions to kind of close us out, I guess, for the day, and to start the new year. Do you guys have any goals for 2025? What is like your big goal for 2025? And if you were to give any kind of advice to new players, someone just starting out the game, what would your biggest advice be to them?
My biggest advice for new players is to, it's scary when you start and you feel like you're on the outside, and all of us who've been here for a while, or it can be really scary to be the new person, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it was really scary for me when I was new. And so my advice is, don't let the fear stop you. Jump in, join everything that you can, interact with community, join a community. And that is, to me, the most powerful thing you can do. For me personally, this year, my goal is to hit 1 million epics in earnings. And I want to really focus on map assets this year, on decorating properties in a permanent fashion, where, you decorate the like I did in the Ninja, right? You create something that looks cool and you leave it and then move on to some other cool property that's worthwhile. So that's kind of where my focus is this year.
Nice. What you got, KO?
Goals. Oh my gosh. Or Hyde Park. A lot of these will be the same for you and I with Hyde Park. Ninjas and getting our next few comics out. I think getting 2 or 3 comics out this year would be great, and then getting our card game released. And would love to, with our partnership with Next World, would love to see some actual games being played within Upland and getting these layer 2s up and going successfully. And then personally in Upland, I just want to keep having fun. It's not there for maybe a year or two is like all about getting my earnings up, and I still want to do that, of course, but I like making assets. I like buying assets and playing these Sparklet Wars. I just want to keep having fun and keep growing all the communities. So, and then advice would be, just to reiterate what Shaq said, is just find a community that you vibe with and jump in with them, and they will help you grow.
Yep.
My goal is pretty much on the same wavelength as yours with Hyde Park stuff. We've got a lot of stuff that we are working on really hard to bring to everybody this year, and so those are all pretty much the same. As far as like for Upland, I guess I would have to say I don't know if it'd happen this year. I was kind of hoping, but it might be more into next year. I would like to hit the level of chief executive, and I definitely want my earnings up to about 1 million. Would be really cool, and I am short of that right now. So for new players, take it slow and don't get frustrated. And same thing as Shaq said, just reach out, hit the Discords up. I know starting out, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know. There still is stuff I don't know. and just reach out to the players that do know. And if they don't know and they can't help you, I know if somebody comes to me and I can't help them with something in Upland, I'm going to send them to Shaq or to Matt Chef or to someone, that's more skilled in that particular area of Upland. Because everybody focuses on different things, and, we'll connect you to the right people. But don't be afraid to reach out. Don't just give up on things because you couldn't figure it out. Just figure it out and have fun with it. And just have fun. It is a game. Those would be the biggest things for me. So I think that's really it. And I am looking forward to Vegas this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Time to start jogging.
Almost Human. Shaq already does have a YouTube channel. Keep up. Keep up. Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, I don't do regular videos. It's been a while since I put one out, but it's the Shack Attack on YouTube, and you can go watch some of my older videos if
That's
you
right.
want.
I do say Almost Human keeps us entertained in chat.
He does. He must have started early over there.
Yeah, I got to catch up to Almost Human.
So did he say he was going to Vegas to get married this year?
No, he said one of his marriages was in Vegas.
Oh, okay. I misread that. Spreading rumors. Sorry. Did you guys hear Almost Humans getting married in Vegas this year? The
That was
rumor has begun.
TML said that he might get married in Vegas or something.
Really?
Oh, I don't know what he was talking about.
When was this? How did I miss this?
It's on the Uplands podcast.
Podcast last week.
Wow.
He said something about there might be a wedding in Vegas. He did not specifically say it would be him.
Interesting.
But it was implied.
Interesting. I'll have to follow up on that. Man, Bills just lost a player with a bad hit. Yikes. Ooh. Well, I think we're going to call it for today. We will look forward to seeing everybody back on Thursday. Thursday, we'll have the rules laid out for the next competition for the Ninjas. And then good luck to everybody in Spark Wars. So make sure you guys do your educating, read all the details, and then have fun with it. And I think that's it. Anything to close us out, guys?
Thanks for letting me come on today. Happy anniversary, 3 years.
You too. It's been amazing. So we're looking forward to the 4th year coming. So
Absolutely.
all right. Well, everybody have a great rest of the Sunday, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Bye.
Later, everybody.